Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Goose Island IPA. I remember when it was sold for a little while as Goose IPA. Goose Island IPA is one of their old brands. The company founded, 1988. Purchased by Anheuser-Busch InBev in 2011. It says contains wheat. Okay, got a good date on it. We're within the date range. So bought this at Walmart. It was $8.98 a week ago. Went to Walmart today. It was $9.99. Went up $1.01 in a week. So I hit it at the right time. I probably wouldn't have bought it for $9.99. Just what I thought. Well, that's a really good deal this day and age. So I bought it. 55 bitterness units, 5.9% alcohol. That hasn't changed. Pale malt, various hops. It's well liked. Gets pretty good scores on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and Untappd. There's so many video reviews for it, you'd never be able to keep up. This is from Illinois, New York, and Colorado, so I don't know which one I'm getting. I think it says DB. I don't know. Let's hope it's coming from the original brewery in Chicago, but I guess it wouldn't matter. But we're directly south of Chicago. It's the closest brewery to us, so that would probably be the most likely place. It's golden. Now, depending on how the light hits it, it gets a little orange tint, but it's with the light shining through it, it's definitely golden, but I could see how it would look orange depending on how you're looking at it. So when I saw it today for $9.99, I looked over there and they had Lagunitas IPA right below it. Another company that was bought out, them by Heineken. And I said, oh, still $8.98. And that's 6.5, I think. Great one. This is an English style, so it's milder. English styles tend to be lower IBUs, more malty, just overall milder flavor. If you want to check that out, an authentic one, an English IPA, get the Samuel Smith's India Ale, and you'll see what I mean. Assuming you can find it. I haven't seen that beer around in a long time, and I don't really see many Samuel Smith's beers around unless I search out like Cost Plus World Market. Maybe Dornack still carries it. Martin's Wine and Spirits has a few, but it's getting scarce. Yeah, just white bread crust. I did a blind taste test recently with my friend David, and it really knocked him for a loop. He couldn't figure out what it was. And he was saying, "You're trying to make me get these wrong and all." I said, "No, actually, I'm always hoping you'll get it right." But if it's blind, it can be tough. And he was thinking 5.9. I was thinking to myself, if he asked me the second clue, what's the IBU, he might get it. But he didn't. He just said domestic, foreign or domestic, and I said domestic, and then he said ABV. I said 5.9. So that's all he had to go by, besides flavor and aroma and appearance in it. Twisted him up. I've never done a blind taste test of this. No one's ever done a mystery taste challenge on me, so I wouldn't know. Now, it would have to be a few years from now somebody to do it. If they did it in a month, I'd be thinking, they watched the video, they're trying to, put it on me. But I do think it has a distinct flavor. The bitterness is there. It's mild. I don't even think I would guess 55. I would be saying more like 40 IBUs. So on the bitterness scale, 3 out of 5 hop cones, maybe 3.5. Sweetness, 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. So it's pretty balanced. It's a balanced ale. Body is medium. Full body, but it's medium. The finish is mostly dry. When I first reviewed this in 2013, I believe it was 5.9, 55 IBUs. It tasted the same as today. They haven't, from what I can tell, messed with it or lowered the quality or changed it up. So, have they made a hazy Goose Island IPA? They may have. Have they made a juicy Goose IPA? They may have done all those things. I know they got the Beer Hug, which is exploring Goose Island Beer Hug, which is exploring more of the more today styles. To me, it's thoroughly pleasant. I guess it depends what you're looking for, you know. If you want jacked up alcohol units, you know, you might not want to deal with IPAs that's lower than 9. Beer Hug is 9.9, so that might suit you. You might want to go with Maximus or whatever, or things like that. But if you just like the old style, and the Sierra Nevada Torpedo 7.5, that's extra IPA, another one of the old classics. If you like that old flavor, Abita should have never gotten rid of their Giacomo IPA, which was this type. But you see, they brought in a new one that's like the hazy one, and I don't think it's too popular. But the old one, the complaint was it's like a throwback. We passed that. Okay, so they got rid of it. Well, I mean, you know, if you're producing a product people don't buy, I guess it's not doing you any good. People buy Goose Island. Because Walmart definitely not going to keep it if it's a slow mover. They'll bounce that fast, from what I've noticed. These products over there show any kind of slippage, they're gone. Get it out the store. Rolling Rock. Started slipping and they got rid of it. Then it wasn't really selling over here at Mathern's, and now they don't have it. And I don't even see it at the convenience stores anymore. I still see Rolling Rock at Albertsons in another town over there. Maybe, you know, these things are regional. Like it might be popular in your town and not popular in mine, or whatever, and vice versa. So anyway, you're never going to see an advertisement for Goose Island IPA. Internet, I mean, maybe an internet ad, television, radio, newspaper, magazine. Nah. In its heyday, you might have, but that's how Anheuser-Busch InBev does. If something starts to fade, they just abandon it. They'll stick it on the shelf. It'll stay there, you know. I mean, if Walmart sees the sales are okay, they're going to keep it. Mathern's are going to keep it, you know. But even Winn-Dixie might have it in some of their locations. But they're not gonna give it any kind of advertising support. And once it goes below a certain level, they're just gonna more or less kill it. When's the last time you saw Goose Island? What's that English Pale Ale? Can't even remember the name. Kind of a brown oriented label. Honker's Ale. That's it. I liked it, but see, old style pale ale, English style. It's very mellow. It doesn't have all the flashy flavors and everything, so you may as well. That's just a relic in Louisiana. All right, this is not a double down. This is just a review. I was just thinking about things, but yet at the same time thinking about nothing at all. Lacing is nice. Okay, I always give this a high score, and I always like it. Maybe I'm in the past, you know. I'm left behind on the trends, so that's okay. I didn't start the channel to be trendy. I didn't start the channel to be in with the in crowd, or be one of the cool kids. You know, I just thought I would do video reviews and we could talk about beers, and if people wanted to. Nice lacing. Beer, wine, and liquor now. Last call on it. I like it a lot. But it's all about if you like mild flavors. If it has to be bold, super jacked up, ABV, super bitter, well, that's not really popular these days, right? Bitterness. They want the fruit and the dank. If that's your thing, then this is not gonna work for you. But I love these old classics, and if one should say 1988 is old. I don't know. I think this came out later than that, like in 94 or something. They have a pretty good history on their website. I'll give you the date. I'll put the date below. Yeah. These are my favorite kind of IPAs. This, Lagunitas, like I said, the Torpedo Extra. I miss Shipyard Monkey Fist, the original one. Not the reformulated to be milder. I mean, it wasn't even harsh to start with. The Shipyard IPA, the original one, I don't even think they make that anymore, for the reasons I just mentioned. Yeah. The one from Red Hook, Longhammer. Great. I'll have to go on a great trek to find it. Well, anyway, so see y'all in the retirement home, I guess. But you're gonna say you sound like these old people talking about, I used to drink Blue Nun wine. I can't find it. Why they don't make it no more? I did see Blue Nun wine a few years ago, but it was over there on the shelf all lonely, it wasn't getting any attention. But anyway, so Laissez Le Bon Temps Relais, I'm scoring this a 94 out of 100, a 9.4 out of 10, a most excellent ale. And one more thing people will say to me sometimes, don't you think that the quality has dropped since the buyout? I say, look, I never tried Goose Island before the buyout. We never got any of their products before the buyout in 2011. They didn't start showing up around here till around 2012, so I guess maybe it was better when it was small time and nobody could get it. But then what was the purpose if nobody could get it, right? So I'm satisfied with it, but that's my call on it. So Laissez Le Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent ale from the United States of America. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to one of those breweries I mentioned and take a tour.